Most people believe in extraterrestrials.
The government did not stop studying UFOs.
What are they afraid of?
I think they're afraid of weaponization. They admitted there are unknown aerial objects with advanced technology. We're in a different world. I'm very optimistic, and y'all don't even know that.
Hey, look, and we don't even know that. They put it in your mind. That's predictive programming. So why they programming a human computer? They trying to lock us up in our cells. That's why they put you in the fucking cell to physically manipulate your cell and your structure. Hey, so look at my structure, cause without an effort, then you can never have a structure. You ain't get the message cause you sour just like mustard or some ketchup. You need the tomato and ketchup. A boom bap beat to let you know this another Joe is radio on a different boat. And I keep hearing horns. That's a C sound. I said I bought just like I'm profound. And I don't even need a pronoun, cause I'm a pronoun. I say I go just like I'm profound. What a complex, apartments complex just like that. They don't know the words of the bombs get back. Every time I look up in the sky, I see another helicopter. They just wait for the days to lock us up and put us in the days. That's just like now, yeah. That's why we in the days. That's why the days is getting shorter. Look, shorter every day. Look, every day is just a new day for your mental. Everybody raise the fuck up and go mental, a loco. And I ain't talking about no cocoa, cause you not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's just another radio. Like radio, just say it 2 more times. Yeah, like radio. Yeah, like radio. Look, synonym stereo. Look, they sending vibrations through my mind, trying to tell me that everything is fine. They sending vibrations through your mind, trying to tell you that everything is fine. I'm 13, I'm in my prime, that's my number. Lethal like a weapon, go to sleep, man, that's a slumber. Feeling that, and you ain't even get the message. And I say it every time in this land like a structure. Respect it, don't neglect it, don't malnourish or abandon it. Don't be reckless and abandon it. I'm just saying it twice so you can understand the bandage is, or where the damage at. Yeah, where the damage at. They trying to damage us, so yeah, tell us where the damage at. And I don't even know, I'm just sending a message with frequencies that frequency.
What it do, you too. Today's video, I want to talk about. I'm tweaking. Look though, today's video, I want to talk about what's the next step. What's the next step? So, hell no, that shit is funny as hell. What's the next step? So, years ago, the 13th son, right? Can y'all hear me? The 13th son said that 2020 Gregorian time, which we're on 2 different timelines. Like, if you don't really believe that, there's actual factual evidence to back up these claims, right? So we on a Gregorian time, which is this time and this date, which is what, March 11th, 2020. That's the Gregorian time. But the real time on the planet, like the actual time, is on the Ethiopian calendar. I don't know exactly what the date is. I think it's like damn near 2012. I haven't been checking it, but it's like it's damn near. I think it is 2012, something like that. But go look it up. It's probably 2011, 2012, some shit like that. But that's the real date, right? So we in 2020, and all this stuff going on. And you know, when I actually came across that information, which is great information, it's powerful information, I actually came to accept that information. You know, and then, you know, I started sun gazing, you know, putting my water in the sun, you know, just test out the information and whatnot. And, you know, it's true, it's powerful information. And I started to see things change. And, oh no. And then I just knew that 2020 was actually gonna be 2012. Now, I know I'm rambling this shit, right? But you know I gotta put my 3 cents in. Oh, that shit funny. But anyway, so you know this coronavirus stuff is freaking everybody out. You know, a lot of people saying it's fake. A lot of people saying it's real. A lot of people saying it's just scare tactics. You know, I honestly think it's all that in one. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all that shit just in one, but it's more than the coronavirus going on. You got bad shit happening in your neighborhood every day. You see what I'm saying? And of course, you're gonna be like, that ain't my responsibility, which is true. It is, and it ain't your responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But it's really not your responsibility. At least in this day and time, they don't really give a fuck. But you know, back in ancient times, it would be a responsibility because they lived in villages. And you know, don't get me wrong, people still live in villages today and whatnot. But I'm just trying to paint a picture. Like just back then in ancient times, you know, the ancestors, they lived in villages. And you know, they were responsible for each other. You know, sharing is caring and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? But people say, what's the next step with all this stuff going on? Because like I said, you got more than the coronavirus going on, but that shit fucking shit up. You know, stock market crashing, people lost like 300 something billion, bro. Like the 500 richest people in the world lost. A combined total of those 500 richest people in the world, they lost $300 billion. You know what I'm saying? So they say, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? They say they lost $300 billion altogether from this coronavirus shit because the stock market crashed. You see what I'm saying? So, people say, what's the next step? You know, a lot of people panicking and shit, buying toilet paper. Like, my guy, you gonna eat toilet paper or something? You tweaking. Like, you should be trying to get water. You should be trying to get canned foods. You know, I know it ain't the best, it ain't the healthiest, but you should be trying to get shit that's, you know what I'm saying, that's preservable for some years, just in case some Left 4 Dead 3 shit pop off. You know what I'm saying? Ellis, throw me the AR-15. Nah, that shit funny. If you play Left 4 Dead, you got that joke, you know, Ellis off Left 4 Dead 2. But anyway, that shit funny. So, people just panicking buying toilet paper and shit like that. Well, you should be buying, you know what I'm saying? You should be buying like food, water, you know, shit like that. You know, other essential goods. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be trying to get you fucking seeds. Like, you motherfuckers is tweaking. These niggas is tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I ain't finna get into all that, but people keep saying, what's the next step? The next step is, at least from my logical point of view, is to just sit back and watch everything play out. You see what I'm saying? Because people saying, oh, that shit fake. Them crisis actors. You know what I'm saying? And those really might be crisis actors, and that shit really might be fake. But what if them niggas really ain't crisis actors, and what if that shit really ain't fake? You see what I'm saying? Like, it would just be your luck. You get to, you know what I'm saying? It's just tweaking and shit. So, 29 days later, nah, that shit funny as hell. 28 days later, hell no, that shit crazy, motherfucker. On some straight crazy shit, like, oh shit, where's my machete? Like, so, you know, like, I don't know, man. I just say sit back and watch everything play out. But at the same time, you know, shit really, you know what I'm saying, shit really do crack off. You don't want to get caught with no food, or you quarantine in your residence for however many days, 30 days, 14 days. And you don't got that much, 30 days, you don't got 14 days, 30 days worth of food. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got 14 days, 30 days worth of water. I'm just saying that, you know, giving you examples. Like, you don't get that much water, you don't got that much food to last that duration of time. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you play Grand Theft Auto and you jump off the balcony and shit, you don't got your parachute, and they say you wasted. It's over with. The game is over with. You see what I'm saying? So it's just to fall back and just watch it play out. But while you're falling back and watch it play out, you should still be getting yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think it's all in one. They're using that shit as a fear tactic. All that shit, I really believe that shit is real. They're using that as a scare tactic. You know, they're using it all. They use all that shit in one. That's like a fucking triple whammy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're using that shit as a distraction. Like, for example, like with the Kobe situation, you know, with the Pop Smoke situation, rest in peace to both of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not funny, but to use them as an example, those are real deaths that happen. Motherfuckers think that's fake. That shit not fake. This is real stuff that's happening, but they use that shit, you know, advantageous. They use that shit, you know, they use it to their advantage. And they use that shit as a distraction as well, even though it wasn't meant to be used as a distraction. But you know, the game is rigged, so it probably was. But you get where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. This ain't scare tactics and none of that. It's just think tactics. I say just fall back, see how everything play out. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I think it was 2012, 2013, when that dude in Miami, he ate that dude's face. He had turned to a zombie. He got shot like 6 times. He still wasn't dead. And they shot him like 7 times and he died and shit. But they said he did bath salts, and that's when that bath salt shit. And you know, the fucked up thing about humans is you hear about some bad shit, it's like they want to do it. Like they say don't do it. It make them want to do it. So well, it was like just that bath salt. You know, that wave, that era of bath salts, motherfuckers was going crazy for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was some crazy shit. And I knew that shit was real. Like that zombie shit real, bro. But I used to have visions about this shit, you know. That shit ain't real. Some people don't believe that shit. So we ain't gonna talk about that, you know what I'm saying? But you don't wanna, you know what I'm saying? You do not wanna get caught in a bad predicament. Just think about it. You don't gotta tweak and rush and panic, but just think logically. Sit back, fall back, still be working on yourself. Still be figuring out what the fuck you wanna do. Because if you're on a high vibration, this shit just gonna pass you by, you know what I'm saying? But shit, getting critical, man. You already know what time it is, man. Shit. Stand up or fall for anything. Shit, these niggas say slip trying to get up. You know what I'm saying? These niggas might slip trying to stand for something. You know, so you can quote that. These niggas might slip trying to stand for something. You know what I'm saying? Wake the damn up. More videos coming soon. 13 love, 13 power. And I mean 13 as in the maximum of love you can give somebody. The maximum power you can give somebody. To the 13th power. To the 10th power. To the 3rd degree.